Hey guys, welcome back to the Real Southern Garden. We are out here in my front yard. I'm hoping this mic is working because the road noise is loud, even though we are a long way from the road, but it really picks up a lot of noise. I am going to be working on this front flower bed today. We picked up a couple things on sale at Lowe's. As you know, they are having their end of the season sales before they get their Christmas trees in. And you can get some good stuff, especially if you're a gardener in the South, because we have a longer time to plant before we get a crazy first frost. You might get a first frost, but it's likely going to be very, a minimal frost. So the plants are going to be a-okay. These were half off. This is a plantain lily, also known as a hosta hybrid. This is Minuteman, and it's going to be a really pretty purple, I believe, and it's got a bloom, so I can't wait to see that one. And I just love this green and white. It is so pretty. Let me see. This one gets 15 to 24 feet high. It's hardy down to 40 degrees, and it blooms midsummer, and also apparently blooms mid-fall, because here we are. So I got 3 of those. And then I got these beautiful coral bells, also known as hosta. This variety is called lava lamp. It will get 12 to 16 feet high, space them 24 to 28 feet apart, and hardy down to -30. So really pretty color. It's going to look really nice with my brick, as it's really almost going to blend in with my brick. But I also have my eye on the coral bell called silver gumdrop. I really want to get some of those. Right now, nobody has them local. I'd have to order them by mail, and not that I'm opposed to that, but I don't really want to do a large order by mail right now, because obviously I need to get them in the ground sooner than later. And anyway, we'll probably wait till next year for that. But I really like that silvery look. It really brightens up a shady spot. So, however, I also like the red, but the red isn't going to show up as much as that silver would. So we're going to find a really great place to put these somewhere up here in the front landscape. My littlest just woke up from a nap. We garden during nap time, and these days nap time is pretty short. So anyway, like I always say, you'll hear lots of baby noises on this channel, and you're going to see lots of babies because she's always wanting to be with mama, right? And mama wouldn't have it any other way. We are going to probably, I think, put the 2 hostas here with the coral bell, and then I think I'm going to do like a mirror on the opposite side of this flower bed. I think that will look nice. I go back and forth with where I want to put them. I water by hand up here, probably will be for a while, so I should be very, very cognizant of where I put things so I don't drag over them with a hose or something. But I think they'll be good here, and then do the mirror side on this other side over here, and I will show you that. So here's the other location where I want to put the other 3. The only thing I am just now realizing is that I think I bought, I bought 3 of each, right? So one side is going to have 2 of one plant, and then one side is going to have 2 of the other. But that's okay. I'll probably do the 2 hostas on this side, and then do the 2 red coral bells over there. I should have thought about that when I bought them. Sometimes that happens when you're at the garden center. You know, you're not exactly sure where you're going to put a plant, but you know you're going to get it. And then you get it, and, anyway. I think she got the mic. Hopefully you guys can still hear. All right, guys. So I'm going to live with these just placed the way they are for a little bit. It's going to be a little different because I have, of course, 2 hostas on this side and 1 coral bell. And then on that side, we had the 2 coral bells and the 1 hosta. I wish they were going to be the same, but I didn't buy enough plants at the place. Anyway, that's how it is when you have a plan and your plan changes, or you don't have a plan and you just know you want the plant, right? But we'll do a part 2 of this video, and you will see these actually placed the way that they're going to be. I think they're going to stay just like this. But it is dinner time here at the Real Southern Garden, and mama has to go make dinner. So I got to go make dinner because everyone's real hungry. Hey guys, all right. So it's another day. As you can see, I'm in different clothing. So dinner was served that night. We're back outside on another day, and we're putting these plants in the ground. I've already got 2 on this side put in. I decided to keep them just like they were. I went back and forth with some different ideas, but I think it's going to be better because the heucheras are going to be more evergreen. They're going to hopefully keep their leaves. I'd rather have some of that evergreen look on both sides. They're also a little bit shorter than the hostas. So putting the hostas in the back and heuchera in the front. So I will show you this side and then that side when I'm done, and we will see how it looks. Hey guys, I'm just taking a little break with, I guess this is like lemon lime spindrift. Anyway, if you're liking this video, if you would subscribe and give us a thumbs up, it would mean the world to me. I would love to have you be a part of our community. We have a lot of fun stuff coming up this winter, and spring will be here before you know it, especially if you live somewhere warm like I do. I lived in Chicago once for one winter. I do love Chicago. Well, it was like the suburbs of Chicago. I do love it. It's a little too cold for me. That's real winter up there, boy. If you like this video, yes, please subscribe, and we thank you guys so much for watching. So this soil is amended soil, but it does still have a little bit of clay in it. Not a ton, but there is still some, especially when I dig down deep and mix it. But it should be just fine. I have everything else doing pretty good up here. I don't think I need any extra amendments to this. It should be okay. So we're going to put our coral bell in, our last coral bell for this side. And we did have a bunch of work done on this patio behind me, not this spring, but the spring before. And unfortunately, you know, they left a lot of, they did pretty good, but they did leave some brick in the soil, like brick pieces and mortar and stuff like that. So I'm always finding interesting pieces of that in the flower bed. So slowly we'll get that back out, but it's just par for the course. When you renovate, you're going to run into some of that, and that's okay. It's hard to clean all that mess up, I'll tell you. And then the clumps of weird stuff I do find, I just get rid of them. Don't need to keep them in my bed. There's already so many oak leaves that have fallen from this water oak. I mean, especially down there, it is just quite nuts. All right, so we got those down. I think they look pretty good. And they're gonna spread. I can't wait to see how much the heuchera keep their leaves and everything this winter. Obviously, the hosta is gonna be on its way out very soon, but yeah, I'm really interested to see how those heuchera do. All right, guys, now we're on this side of my front flower bed, and we are gonna put in these two hostas and this heuchera. Now, like I said earlier, the other day when I was filming this, I really do want to try that silver gumdrop hosta because I think it'd be a really nice look up here. It'd be very bright. I'm always looking for things that are white and bright to put up here because in the summer, this is very shady. And of course, these hydrangeas really help, especially when they're white in June and they turn green. I usually will do impatiens and like line some beautiful white impatiens up here, or that kind of thing. But if I can find perennials that are going to brighten up a space, it's even better. So that will be a future thing. We'll probably drag. What did I say drag for? We'll probably go look for silver gumdrops in the spring. I don't know why my mind thought drag, but anyway, drag my children to the garden center. Maybe that's what I was thinking. Anyway, but let's get these guys planted in the ground. All right, guys, we got these in the ground. Now, like I said before, this soil is amended, but it's still not perfect soil. I don't know if the previous owners they had mostly shrubs up here, but they were all dead when we moved in, like hollies and that kind of thing. And just really the roots were left. So I know that this was amended, but there are still pockets that have clay. This was pretty good. I ran into a couple of rocks. I just threw them out. And like I always say on this channel, we are the real Southern Garden, and we're real. We are not perfect. We have brought in dirt, 100% we brought in dirt. We've amended places. We didn't just start from scratch and build beds. We used the flower beds that were here and have just slowly been working through them. You know, we deal, like I always say, we deal with roots and rocks and everything. So we just, you know, we meet the challenge as it comes, basically, is what we do. And we could have, I guess, you know, there are people that rent, you know, really big equipment like backhoes and have their entire flower bed scooped out, roots and all, and start over. But that's quite the undertaking. You got to be very careful with your anything underground, you know, underground electricity, underground everything when you do that. And of course, you got to know what you're doing, as always, when you take on that kind of project. But for us, we just amend what is here and we make it work. And so far, it's done really well. But I want to point out, look at these crazy water oak leaves that have fallen off this big tree that we call Laura, because my little girl named her Laura. These are my nemesis every year. I love that tree. It's not going anywhere, but boy, is she messy. She drops those little squiggly things in the spring. She drops acorns, which, you know, but the leaves are just, there are so many leaves. It completely covers up all the mulch. And what I do is I just use it as an extra layer of mulch in the winter, and just I let it do its thing. And then in the spring, I'll come in here with a rake and I'll clean it all up and I'll put down fresh mulch. Now, granted, those of you who grow bulbs know we have quite the daffodil show that is, I love it. It's beautiful on this property, but I hate the way daffodils look for a long time after they bloom. And this entire bed is like lined with daffodils. And the way they were planted, of course, was she used them as a border along this walkway. And it's better if you can intermix them with other plants so that when they do, you know, when they're dying and their leaves are looking really ugly, there's other things to hide them. Mine aren't that way. Mine are on display. They are dead and on display for everybody to see when they die back. So, you know, stay tuned for that this spring. They're going to be beautiful at first and then they're going to die. But I'm not going to replant those. I'm not going to dig up all those bulbs and do that. I mean, they've been here forever and they are gorgeous for the time. You just kind of have to learn, and I have learned since living on this property, to take the good with the bad and then work on it as you go. And for me, it's not worth it to dig all those up and try to move them. We're just going to leave it lined with daffodils, and we'll just hate them for that 1 month that they're dying back, or 2 months, whatever it takes. But anyway, we have finished this project. Let's back up the camera angle a little bit and let you guys see how it looks. All right, so that is how it looks on this side of our stairs. Our mums are kind of on their way out. And then let's go look at the other side. I'm trying not to make you guys sick moving this too quick. And then on this side, I have them spaced a teeny tiny bit further out on this side, but I'm gonna add some more over here, probably the silver gumdrop heuchera next season. And then I still have to get my azaleas in the ground, and that is my husband's task to help me get these in the ground in the next 4 days before our first frost hits. So that'll be another video, and that should be fun. As always, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I get these plants in the ground. And if you liked this video, please hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up so that we can see you next time right here at the Real Southern Garden. Bye.